but I'll change it on Dingy Studios. I'll change the thumbnail on Dingy Studios. I just want to check. Can I change the thumbnail from here? I think I can. Okay. Thank God that happened. Images. That's an epic art. Or is that in downloads? Let's go to downloads. There we go. Thank God for that. Video updated. Now let's go to the actual video and check if this video is actually working. Battery low. That's fine. That's fine, my neighbor. That's fine. Okay, yeah, yosh, let's go. Yo, I'm sorry about that delay. Like I will say again, because I'm not sure if you guys heard, because this is like the third time I try to stream, and yeah, I've been getting to a lot of trouble streaming, but I'm trying to tell y'all that I'm just back testing for my own personal, like, to help me learn the skill better, and I'm just taking y'all along with me on this journey. It's not really like I'm trying to leak and I'm trying to, oh my gosh, prove that this guy is such a good trader, or he's not, or yo, that's not my intention. My intention is just putting in the work, focusing on something that could change my life and possibly your life if you give this the attention that I'm giving it as well. So yeah, don't sleep on the skill, I would say, but also like do what you want to do. But also yeah, man, I don't really like especially when it's like we're talking about finances and stuff. Oh, but out of legal matters and stuff, I have to say this is only for educational purposes, and this is not financial advice. Okay, yeah, let's go. So today I was also on Instagram. Usually I'm always on Instagram, and that's where I see that, like, okay, is he working or doing something, and then that's where I decide to backtest what I see. So other than that, I don't really be trading XAU. I don't trade it because it's not for me, and I feel like I would have to study it, and I've been trying to trade XAU, but it's just not for me. I think for me, I've decided to be a US 30 guy. Like I trade US 30, though for the past 2-3 months it hasn't been moving the way that it does. US 30 is very volatile, and it hasn't been volatile for the past 3 months. It's actually been behaving, and it's crazy because I want it to be volatile. I can't trade this thing when it's like this, man. It moves weird when it doesn't like move with volatility. But anyway, let's just get to it. Wait, let me just check. Okay, yeah, that's still fine. Let me go there. Okay, I need to go to YouTube just to check if you guys can see what I can see. Yeah, I'll probably trade something else. I'll probably like
just to check if you guys can see what I can see. Yeah, I'll probably trade something else.
Okay, you guys can't see my thingy. So continuing from the last stream. The last stream is the first stream I had with trading and whatnot. These are the things that were there. These indicators were there. Not indicators, but like these trend lines were there from the last stream, and we saw that this is what he's probably looking at, right? So you can already see that from now, from the last time where we tried to buy from, looking for an arrow, where we tried to buy from, yo, where's this arrow? Oh, there we go. Where we tried to buy here, right? And then it went and sold. Like I said last time, guys, that with the strategy, the one thing I will not really like speak too much about it is that you never know when it's gonna go back, right? The only time you know that you're basically done riding this trade is, oh, sorry about that, is when it breaks. So here, um, if you are on a buy, say for example, from like, where's this, the, say if you are on a buy from here, right? If you're on a buy from there, you probably create all these, and then exit there, right? Hypothetically. But also it depends on how much you've like mastered or practiced the skill. Then you'll know not to take this seriously. But for example, you'd rather take like this breaks more seriously, right? Because also, like, this thing, its foundation is just based on like uh how momentum moves, right, within a ascending or declining market. So once you've studied all those and you realize the shape of like a market that's buying, let me do this. Let me go look for the drawing tool. The brush. I'll use the brush. Wait, hold on. So this is clearly still creating that parabola, which is showing okay, where's that brush now? Which is showing that where the market is increasing in momentum, or rather the market is trying to buy. Usually when the market is done, so wait, let me do this instead. And yo, I am gonna have a hard time explaining this because I'm not a person who trades with other people, so that's why it's a bit difficult for me to explain this to you guys. But I will get better at it eventually. Where is the brush? Okay, so for example, right here it kept buying and then it formed this bell shape, which is like an inverse parabola, right? So that was kind of like a sign that when it got there, it was done buying. And then when it formed that inverse shape like that, that's when we're expecting it to keep selling. So now when it keeps forming this shape, we're expecting it to what? Continue buying, right? Which is what's happening right now. Okay, with that being said, let me just delete these. Where is that selection tool? Okay, let me just delete these because these are kind of distracting me. So with that being said, right, last week we said whenever this how we create the footprint is basically like that. When you first look for the first layer and then you look for the footprint. So here it would be the first layer, and then continuing there would be the footprint. This one would be the footprint, right? So this is also like depending on momentum. The more you can keep doing this, is the more you see that okay, this trend has more momentum. So we added another footprint there, and then that showed us that this market has a lot of momentum, and that was also confirmed when market decided to keep pushing up when it got here and here. So I would probably say by the time this trend breaks this, it would probably be a good time to look for the sell. But I don't think it's gonna break anytime soon because I think we're reaching new heights now, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I'm not a person who trades XAU, but I know in US 30 we are reaching new heights. Yeah, like I said, um, we're probably reaching new heights now as well on this. So I don't think it's gonna sell anytime soon. But when it does decide to sell, it'll probably it'll probably be a good time. It will probably be a good time for whoever's gonna be selling this thing. I don't trade US XAU. So now that I've done this, I'm gonna go to Instagram and see where he placed his entries. He, by he I mean the Operandi. Okay. So yeah. Oh, before I do that, let me do this. Let me check from the gold volume strategy where we see buying opportunities. So let's start here. because wait, by here I mean here. That's what I mean, because that's where we saw the first push-up movement. So on the 5 minute time frame, we can see that there's only three red candlesticks, and then the fourth one is a light red. So that's not really a confirmation. So let's go to the 1 minute time frame. Go to the 1 minute time frame. I think it's not there. Wait, hold on, just a second. It's very tricky to like see. I think it's here. Okay, so there as well, same thing. There was no four candlesticks and a thingy and a push up. So here, the same thing. We didn't get any confirmation. We just got three candlesticks, and the next one was a light red one. So from this, I can probably tell that market is gonna sell. From both of these, if both of these created, let me do this. If both of these created a footprint, right, which they did, let's do this. If both of these created a footprint, and both of these didn't give us any confirmation of a buying indication, I can probably tell you that this is probably gonna sell, unless if this one right here. Okay, you see this one. This one gave us a bit of a confirmation. This one gave us a bit of a confirmation because this is on the 5 minute time frame, so we can do this. That wouldn't give us the confirmation that it will buy. It gave us the four candlesticks, and that light. The next one was a light red one. That gave us confirmation. So because these two, because these two, this one. What am I doing? Because these two, this one. Yo, what is happening here? This one and that one, because those weren't really they didn't have buy confirmation, I would probably put odds against this thing continuing to buy, but that would only speak for this trend, this footprint right here. That would only speak for this first layer right here. Here, obviously here you can put another you can put a first layer there by doing this, right? You can put a first layer there by doing that. Now the strength of this footprint would be confirmed by another instance of the whole the four candlesticks, and then the next one being a light red one. So here we can clearly see that we had that same thing where one, two, three, four, and then the next one is a light red one. So there we can clearly see that, okay, we have that confirmation of the gold volume strategy. So you do that. So with that being said, the odds of this one holding are a lot higher. Not only just holding, but if this one does break, if this trend line does break, the odds of going in for the sell and expecting the sell to at least come to this point are a lot higher, right? They're a lot higher. But also, another thing I will mention that I remember reading up about this when I was reading about trend lines. Sometime before December, there was a time I was reading books about trend lines and stuff like that, like momentum, acceleration. I read that when a trend line's angle is like stronger, when a trend line's angle is like a lot bigger than this, right? Essentially, when it's like this, right? I'm gonna compare. Let me do this instead. Let me put this angle and then name this one. I'm gonna name that one. I know my one looks weird, but I'm gonna name that one. So that's angle 1, and then this is gonna be angle 2, right? That's gonna be angle 2. So the difference between the two is that angle 1 has higher momentum, meaning angle 1 is going to be a lot faster. Like market is just going to move a lot quicker because of the direction, because of the angle, right? And to even more elaborate on this idea, I'm going to show you something. Could have done another footprint there, and you can see that the angle of this angle, which we're going to call angle 3, angle 3, angle 3, right? Angle 3 moved a lot faster than angle 1, right? You can clearly see that angle 3 moved a lot faster than angle 1, and angle 3 moved the fastest between 1 and 2, and but okay, that's not my point right now. The point, what we need to do is identify how that guy, how the Operandi got his entries, right? So I think for now I can probably say those are like this is like as best as I can analyze and see, okay, where could anyone have potentially gotten entries using that strategy. Okay, so for now let's just hold that at that, and then I'm gonna go to his Instagram. Where's IG? I'm gonna go to his Instagram. I think he no, this is not his account. I think he must have posted, because he was just live like not a while ago. Yeah, this was like 4 hours ago, right? And then what time frame is he on? 5 minute. I think I'm also on 5 minute. And you can clearly see, wait, I don't want to assume too much. Okay, you can clearly see that there's entries. Wait, let me delete this. You can clearly see that there's entries somewhere here, but before there were entries somewhere here, there's another entry, like I said, somewhere here. But wait, because this part now on his screenshot, it's this part here. Let me do this. Let me show it. I think I'll show it a bit better like this. It's this entire area. This is the screenshot that we're seeing. That's that part of the screenshot that we're seeing, right? Okay, cool. So let me try to zoom in. And I'm trying to find where I can show you guys this thing, right? So I think yeah, exactly. You see, like I said, right? He didn't enter on these ones, on the blue X's. He entered on the red arrows. So I can't really show you on the screen. Okay, let me do this. You see where there's a bunch of entries? That's where he took the red. That's where he took the red arrow. That's where he had the red arrow. This one right here. That's where he added the most entries. Let me change the color to white so you can see properly. That's where he added the most entries. And then from there, well, because my thing is on landscape, you won't see it properly, right? So I think for him, his thing is probably something like that, right? Because you can clearly see this, you can see that part, and then that's where you see 2760, right? It's the same thing, 2761, right? That's where I put that white line. So the others he took at like the other first two trades, the other he took at 2758, let's have a look at where is 2758. And then I'm going to put, wait, let me do this. So it's 2758, right? 2758, 2758, 2758, 2758, 2758, 2758 is around there. But now, the way he took that, I would probably say he didn't take it here, obviously, because on the screenshot, let me do this. You see, on the screenshot, there's no way he could have taken it there because the indicator hadn't given the indication at that point. So that 2758 had to be like somewhere. Just a second, somewhere beyond there, beyond that point, right? So that's like somewhere here, if not there. If not there, if not there, if not there, I think there's like the best place for me that makes sense. Yeah, I think those are the two places. So we can assume that, sorry about that, I got distracted. We can assume that he created something like that and then he entered based off the break there, right? Which is also part of the MMC strategy as well. Once you start practicing this thing, you'll start seeing it better and you'll start seeing it all the time. I just don't like looking for cells. That's just my only thing. But also, you need to be as good as you are looking for buys as looking for sells. So I can tell you definitely that's where he took the first two trades. And then the third one, which is here, which is somewhere here, right? My bad, it won't look like his because of I'm obviously on portrait mode and I'm obviously on landscape is what I'm trying to say. But he took the third one here. And based off that, let's see. You see, so here there's no like 3 candlesticks, and there's no 4 candlesticks, and the fourth one being light gray. But also, like I said, let me do this. Let me just close it for now. I'll get back to that. But also, like I said, you just get better at looking at this thing, and you just get better at looking for first layers and footprints. So you could have done something like that, right? You could have done something like that at that point. And then I think he entered somewhere. I think he entered somewhere here, right? He entered somewhere there. But before I draw this footprint, right? Let me look for the confirmation on 1 minute, on the 1 minute time frame. I'm sorry, the way I'm zooming in right now is not really friendly on the eye. It's not really friendly on the eye. So as you can see here, it does show that you see you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after the 7th candlestick, we have our first light gray one. Okay, let me remove this and then draw it again. Then we'll see. So after the 7th candlestick, we have our first light gray one, which it would land us there. So after that one closes, then it would probably be there somewhere. So I can, something like that. So I can definitely tell you that that's where he took that other trade, right? That's where he took that other trade, and as you can clearly see, there's still space where the trade kind of ran into negatives for a while, and it's the same thing here where he entered. There's a space where it could have ran into negatives for a while, but after that happens, you can just draw that footprint like I drew there. But the main point of this whole gold volumes thing is to find re-entries. It's not, you can draw footprints with it. Like here, you can just draw a footprint like this. You can do that, right? You can't do something like that. You can't do something. I think it looks cleaner if we do that. You can't do something like that. But that's not the main point of this thing. The main point is to find re-entries. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing to draw this footprint so you know where to exit the market. So, for example, if somewhere here, it breaks, that's when you know, okay, fine, I need to close this thing and just take profit. But ideally, the best thing that can happen when you look at this MMC strategy is that you're looking for it to completely like leave this zone. Once it leaves the zone and breaks, it'll go higher, and form the same thing. And that's how this guy ends up making like a lot of money. So I've been practicing the same thing for quite a while. The only difficult thing is like is free margin, bro. I don't want to lie. Free margin is like the one thing that can like prevent you from actually making a lot of money with the strategy. It just depends on how much money you have to invest. So for me, that's just my only thing that's really preventing me right now from taking advantage of being able to do this. Because I can also, to a certain degree, I wouldn't say I'm completely good at like placing trades the way this guy is. But I mean, for the fact that I can see what he's doing and like how he's placing his entries and stuff like that, you know, yeah. Anyway, like I said, I didn't want to be here for a long time. Let me go back to Streamlabs. So yeah, basically that's it. Ugh. Basically that's it. Yo, streaming this thing is so complicated. But I'm gonna go on live again later. My phone is just like really insanely low right now. So I'm gonna go on live again later. But I think when I'm online later, I'm just gonna be going through like YouTube content and reacting to it and whatnot. So for now, yeah, man, green apples.